I think the Mia versus Cheeto rematch would be big, just because of the drama that's been behind that. I think me versus anybody can be a big fight, but who's that other guy on the other side that's gonna help really do like a million? I don't think there's really anybody in the division right now.
However, in 3 weeks' time, Marlon Vera faces Don Cruz. If Vera gets the win there, do you think it makes more sense for a rematch with Vera for the #1 title contender, especially as he got the finish over you?
Possibly. I think a title shot after. If I get through Peter, I believe I earned this title shot. I think Mia versus Cheeto for my first title defense sounds pretty nice. I'll get that fight back regardless. I'm going to be doing this sport for the next 10 years. I'll get that one back one of these days.
In the other side, they did more like a little bit of a boxing record for O'Malley. I mean, when they set me up to fight him the first time, it was pretty much his first test, right? And you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. You still got in TKO. The referee still pulled me out, so I don't, cause much damage. And I mean, you can say whatever you want, but the facts are there. And then he fought Munoz. It was an eye poke. And then he went straight to fight for #1 contender against #1 guy in Jan at the time. And the guy was, is a striker versus striker, but the one is, pretty big for the other guy. So style-wise, it was perfect for him. So good for him, Some people got to go a little harder than others. So in terms of in paper, all you should win. But it's a fight. So if he lands first, he punched hard. I've been in front of him. I know he got power, he got good speed, but the arsenal is very limited in my opinion. It's a one at a time type of guy, and we'll see if he can really fight. But if he wins, I mean, make my life a little easier. I can also jump the ladder just like he did. And I know it's business, so either side I'm cool. I am focused on fucking Munoz. That's all I need to worry about till Saturday midnight. After that, we'll figure it out.
Can I ask, from an analyst standpoint, what are your thoughts, and leaving any animosity on the side, what are your thoughts on the Chito Vera and Pedro Munoz fight, and how do you see that fight developing?
God, I want to be like, yeah, it'll be exciting, but I'm just, for some reason, I feel like it's going to be so boring. I feel like it's just going to be, Pedro kind of not wanting to engage on the outside, trying to kick his legs. Cheeto's, we saw his last performance against Corey. I'd like to, there's a possibility it could be a very exciting fight. I just don't. I feel like it might be really boring.
Do you see, who do you see winning?
I'm hoping Cheeto wins. Me versus Cheeto rematch, December, Vegas, title defense. That sounds wonderful. I love that. So ideally, Cheeto.
We made reference to it, and we're talking a bit hypothetical here, but say Sean won and you won on Saturday, and they did rebook that fight again. It feels like it could be a massive fight, right? Now, both your star profile has risen since the first time you fought. Is that something you'd be excited about? Not just fighting him again, but fighting him again on a massive stage?
100%, that's just money right there. And I don't left money on the table. I mean, if we go and win this Saturday, we can fight November, December, next month. I mean, anytime. And I know that will be this is a great payday for both. And it's business. If we win on Saturday night, that fight's happening. So the rest of the top 5 can just sit and wait. It's business.
Sean, real quick over here. Regarding you wanting Chito to win and hopefully that be your first title defense in December, is it just because, that is the only loss on your record, or is there something more to that?
It's just the rematch needs to happen. Everyone, I mean, even Cheeto himself truly knows that wasn't a win. So I think that's just, it comes down to who else would it be, really. Like, I've always wanted to get that one back, and they're like, why don't you rematch him right away? And I'm like, oh, I'll do it when the time is right. But the only reason I would give Cheeto that title shot is because it's who else would it be? Merab's out, Corey's out. Yeah, I mean, who else would it be?
It's been 3 years since you and Sean O'Malley fought each other, which is kind of crazy to think about. But for you, watching his fights, how have you seen him maybe grow and change since you guys stepped in the cage together?
I mean, he's a great fighter. He have a good pop in the hands. He moves well. In my understanding, his jiu-jitsu is pretty good. But I just haven't seen him in front of like like good competition, right? Like in terms of styles, you know, you can fight number one guy, but how you get to the number one spot, right? Who you beat before that fight? I mean, before his fight with Jan, he poked Pedro in the eye, right? And that's not Pedro's fault. And then before that, all the guys he fought was like they were in so this match in terms of like level. Like when he fought the green haired kid, I mean that guy was a punching bag, tough kid. But how many fights he got in the UFC? 2 fights, and then he got stopped in his second chance. So it's like when you see the caliber and competition in front of you, like I mean, why you never fought a guy like Son Yadong or Font or Sanhagen? So it's like it's hard to really see what you made of when you're just fighting guys that are they're supposed to just get in there and take a couple shots and just fall, because that's what most of his opponents did. I mean, Eddie won, and God bless the guy. He got a great career, but fuck, he's been KO like 20 times. I mean, it's just hard to really see what's on him, because the only really few guys that he fought, he either lost or get a no contest, and then the Jan fight, I rewatched it and it's really, I mean, I don't know how you scored that for him, but good for him again. I mean, if you can get it like that, get it. Why not?
And same for you. You know, obviously you're a veteran in this game, but that fight kind of felt like a catalyst for you, and you've beaten some very talented fighters since there. So how does that fight maybe, you know, do you look at that as like a fight that maybe kind of propelled you a little bit at all, or you know, was it just another fight?
For me, it was just another fight. I feel like it gave me like kind of like a more eyes on the TikTok world, on the YouTube world, but I mean that's what it is. I feel the fight that really set me up for all this greatness and all these good things happening in my life is the Frankie Edgar KO in MSG. That's when really my life changed. And you know, beating O'Malley was just beating a Contender Series guy that was kind of popular. That was about it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And for Chito.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Chito, not long ago.
Oh, Cheeto's here? What the f? I didn't even know that.
You were being 2 questions. How far do you see yourself from the belt, and what do you make of this title fight right here?
I just need to win Saturday night. That's all that matters. I work hard. I'm ready to go. And whoever wins in that main event doesn't matter, but I'm coming for that belt. Whoever is there, I'm going to kick their asses. I'm ready to go.
Sean said if he wins the title, he'd like his first defense to be against you. What would you say to those comments?
Sean can go and himself.
Do have to ask, it seems like you did your part, and if Sean does his part in the main event, he said it himself, like he wants you first. So is that what you want next for your career?
I mean, if he wins, we go. I beat his again.
You pretty much called your shot next, right? You want a rematch with Chito Vera later this year?
Yeah, I thought, let's shoot a promo, but we'll see. He just the way he acts, he's so annoying. Just like he's not funny, and he tries to be. He's so ugly. He dresses like an idiot. It's like, God, do I really have to give this guy an opportunity? But I'm like, well, I'll probably just go out there and whoop his ass, make a lot of money, so I could.
Sean O'Malley already said this, and everybody knows this, that he said that if he wins, he wants to do his first title defense against you. You said you'll do it, no problem. O sea, ya sabemos que Sean O'Malley quiere una revancha contigo, porque él dice que incluso tú sabes que no le ganaste. He says that you know that you didn't beat him. And I remember what Chael Sonnen said about the Sean O'Malley Athletic Commission versus the Nevada State Athletic Commission. What do you think about these words, and what do you think about Sean O'Malley, not as a person, but as a fighter per se? Are you sure? What do you, if you could beat him again, si pudieras ganarle de nuevo en una revancha?
La verdad, todos podemos hablar lo que queremos, todos podemos decir lo que queramos, pero al final del día las cosas son como son y le gané. Puedo poner las miles de excusas en el mundo. Mi vida sigue yendo en excelente camino, mi carrera sigue yendo para arriba, así que lo que él diga me lo paso por los huevos.
About Sean O'Malley, yeah, hey, my career keeps going forward, keeps going, and whatever happened in the past stays in the past.
Bueno. One thing.
I'll say
Lo que él diga me lo paso por los huevos. Come on, most important part, bro.
Expletive.
Bueno, por acá, Chito.
Stick to MMA. Should you beat Chito, would you need to do a trilogy, or would you consider that 2-0?
No, it would be 1-0. I feel like we've never even fought. I'm not. When I count my record of 18-0 now. You know, that's not even, that Chito fight's not even on there. That's not even it's nothing. The Sugar State Athletic Commission completely cleared that of everything, and that fight never even happened.
Sean O'Malley siempre está diciendo que él sigue invicto, que no ha perdido, pero pues claramente sabemos que ese no es el caso. Como se diría en inglés, ¿crees que estás viviendo rent-free en la cabeza de él, como que lo estás afectando a Sean O'Malley?
Yo creo que le gusta.
Ah, sí.
Sí. Translator, come on. Do your job.
Sean O'Malley have said many times he's undefeated in his, I mean, I don't think it's the case, but he said it's just undefeated right there. And do you think he's basically living rent-free in his head? Well, I think he likes me. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think he's in love with me. Hey guys, for now on I will keep it very PG because my kids and my wife is here, so I gotta be a good example.
And as far as Chito, like, obviously you guys have history, but how big do you think that fight can be? Because I mean, it seems that it can set itself up for like a big pay-per-view.
Yeah, this was already what I'm being told is the biggest bantamweight fight in history. This already happened. It was the biggest fight before the fight even happened. I was hearing this, days before the fight, that this was projected to be the biggest bantamweight fight of all time. You guys think it was because Aljo was on there? Aljo versus Henry happened a couple months ago. No one said nothing about that. So me versus Chito rematch would be massive.
Chito, ¿cuándo es la siguiente pelea? ¿Qué hay de aquí en adelante?
And finally, Chito, the next fight from now on. What do you?
Depende qué pasa en el main event, depende qué hay en el futuro, pero para el que sea voy a estar listo y le voy a dar con todo.
Gracias.
Is whatever happens in the main event, whatever they say. I mean, for whatever happens, I'm going to be ready, and I'm going to come out guns blazing with everything that I've got.
You were probably warming up for your fight. Did you see Chito's fight tonight? Did you watch any of it?
Hell no. I'm not going to waste my time watching that. No, I was in the back. I looked up about 15 seconds out of the whole fight. I don't really like watching fights before my fight. I looked up to see that he won. I was like, okay, yeah, this is perfect. But how was it? Was it entertaining? Was it fun? Was it a Chito fight?
Pretty technical. Close.
Boring? Okay.
Obviously, Miami, they like these colorful characters like yourself, but it's also a huge Latin population down there. So are you expecting a fight between two fan favorites, or do you think you can sway the fans to be, cheer for you and not Chito?
Yeah, I think it definitely won't be like it was in Boston. Boston was 99% me. Aljo had, I think, 3 fans there. So it will be a little bit different, but I do think that, I got a lot of the Mexican fans behind me. He's got a couple Ecuadorian fans behind him. I'm excited.
And you had tweeted that you would be surprised if you didn't knock out Chito in Miami.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how are you approaching this fight? Are you hoping to keep this standing, or are you just going to make this an MMA fight?
Yeah, I'd love to keep it standing. He's not going to be able to take me down. I'll be surprised if I don't knock him out. I'll be surprised if I get hit, to be honest.
And going off of that, are you hoping he does throw a leg kick early so you can check that early and just kind of prove that the first fight, in your words, was a fluke?
Yeah, he can throw leg kicks, do whatever he needs to do. Yeah.
And a similar question for Chito. He said he would be surprised if he doesn't knock you out. So are you also hoping to kind of keep this standing and maybe knock him out in a way that he thinks he's going to win?
That guy's I don't fucking know. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna fight him. Look at this guy, man. He's the next Adam 22.
For both Sean O'Malley and Chito Vera, obviously there's been a lot of criticism around this fight. Aljamain Sterling went as far as to say that the sporting side of things have kind of got lost with this fight. I'm just wondering what your thoughts are on that statement. Sean first.
Yeah, Aljo might still be a little concussed. I landed about 400 shots on him. This is just the biggest fight in the division. It's what I wanted. And that's what we got.
Chito?
I mean, I can give 2 f***s about what Aljamain thinks. I mean, not even his own family watch the guy, so I don't give a f*** about what he say or...
In Aljo's defense, Chito did have a super boring performance against Pedro, so I do get where he's coming from.
The guy that you beat, right? You beat the Pedro?
Yeah, knocked him out second round.
Oh yeah? Too much chemicals in that head. You little bit, right?